This is a Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel, Tokyo Bara 23 no sneaker channel des. I'm here in Japan bringing you sneaker content every single day. 毎日スニーカーのコンテンツをアップするので、ぜひ見てください. And I really want to connect with my overseas audience and my Japanese audience. I'm bringing you a really banging sneaker today. It's the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Floral that we're checking out today, and it's going to be an awesome review. But I do also want to make a point of saying to my Japanese followers, CC ボタンをクリックすると英語の字幕が出てくるので、それを見ながら、このチャンネルのコンテンツを見ながら、ぜひおすすめします。今日の英語の勉強ポイントは、Floral という言葉です。その Floral という言葉を何回言うのを数えると、英語の勉強になります。With all that out of the way, let's get into this sneaker today. It's the Air Foamposite 1 Florals. As I said in the introduction, we're talking about the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Floral today, and it's a sneaker that I don't know very much about, and I'm going to be asking for your help understanding this sneaker because I really don't understand it on a conceptual level, and it's going to be important for people out there to let me know in the comments down below stuff about this because it's way off my radar. But before we do that, I want to talk about the son of some man. He's had my back, he's in my corner, he's a real OG sneaker YouTuber, and I think he might have just passed 3,000 subs. If he hasn't, head over to the son of some man, give him a subscribe and let him know that you feel the love and that you want him to succeed and get him past that 3,000 subscribers. The reason I'm bringing him up today is because he helped me get past 150 subs, and that was a big thing for me. When I started this channel, I didn't know where it was going to go. I'm pleased and happy that it's got to 150. My goal is to ride the wave of the Olympics coming in 2020, so we've got about a year to get this channel going. So please hit me up with a subscribe down below because that's how I'm going to grow this channel and get that Olympic wave and ride that Olympic wave and grow this channel as big as I can on the back of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics coming, because that's how I'll grow the channel and that's how we will succeed in this venture. And the last thing I want to say before we look at these Foamposites is don't believe the drop date. I cannot believe how let down I am by Nike and Adidas. I just don't believe the drop date. I did this review of the Nike Adapt BBs and I was like, I always say, I'm reluctant to give you guys drop dates. It's hard to know. The drop date says this, but often it changes. We've seen it before where sneakers disappear or they're delayed by months or weeks. But then on the sneakers app, and you can see I'll put a screenshot up here, you've got the sneakers app actually saying Nike Adapt BB is going to drop on February 17th, I think it said. And I was like, yes. And I said in a video, literally I said, you can nail this down because if it's on the sneakers app, then you can take it to the bank. That's what I said. If it's on the sneakers app, you can take it to the bank. And that's been delayed by a month. I can't believe it. So don't believe the release dates. Don't. Now this sneaker today, the Foamposite 1 Floral, is scheduled to release on Valentine's Day. Again, I'm reluctant to say that. Now, it's a floral design, which is there to coincide with Valentine's Day, right? You give flowers on Valentine's Day, floral sneaker. So you've got to expect that this guy is going to drop on February the 14th. But just watch out in case it doesn't, because as you can see from the Adapt BBs here, sometimes they just don't drop when they're supposed to. Now, let's have a look at the sneaker here. I said before that I really need your help with this because I just don't get it. Now, I did a review, I think it was December 30th or December 29th, about two sneakers that were dropping. There was an Air Force 1 Floral and a Cortez Floral, I think it was, that both dropped at the same time. And I did this review and I was like, I don't get this sneaker at all. It's not a sneaker that I have any sort of affiliation with or affinity with. And I wasn't expecting that video to do well at all, but I wanted to do right by the brand. Somebody designed the sneaker. It's going out there. There'll be people who like it. So I do like to have that variety in the sneakers I bring to you guys. And I wanted to be honest and sort of include that in my rotation of sneakers because I want to be legitimate. I don't want to be seen as just hype. But that was one of my best performing videos. And I was like, why? I just didn't get those sneakers at all. And then out come these floral Foamposites, and I'm thinking exactly the same thing. I'm like, who's going to buy them? Who would possibly want to buy this sneaker? But people are interested in it. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm missing. So I need people to tell me in the comments down below what it is about these floral colorways that really sparks people's interest. Because it doesn't spark mine, but they seem to be the sneakers that people are interested in. That video, like I said, got plenty and plenty of views on it, more than many of my other videos that were about hyped sneakers. And I don't really get why these florals have got that much interest behind them and why people are that invested in them. This Foamposite included. So please let me know in the comments down below why it is that people are interested in Foamposites and what, not Foamposites, why it is that people are interested in florals, and especially this Foamposite, and what it is that gets people, you know, spending money on them, because personally I just don't see it. But like I did say, I do like to do right by sneakers and right by sneaker companies, because they've made the effort to make the sneaker and I want to make the effort to review the sneaker. So without further ado, let's have a real close-up look at these Air Foamposite 1's florals. Okay, so what we're going to do first, and what you can see on the screen right now, is the lateral side of this Foamposite, and the reason I'm showing you that is because there is not a swoosh on it, and it's very important there's not a swoosh on it, because that's how you tell the difference between a Foamposite 1 and a Foamposite Pro. The Pros have the swoosh and the Foamposite 1s do not. So as you can see on the lateral side here, there is no swoosh, so these are Foamposite 1s, nice and easy. But if we flip them around and have a look at the medial side, that's where you can have a really good look at this colorway, because it's got a bigger sort of canvas for the artist to paint these beautiful flowers on. I know I'm being facetious, but it's a bigger sort of area of upper that they can put the upper design on, that floral design on. So here, looking at the medial side of these sneakers, you can see that big splash of the floral design right the way across. Now also, if we go up and have a look at the lacing system, the lacing system is actually where a whole lot is going on with this sneaker, and it's kind of subtle in a way. All around the outside of the lacing system, there's nubuck, which is a really nice soft material, and usually you see nubuck on a lot sort of, I don't know how to explain it, sneakers with a bigger surface area, shall we say. Like the Foamposite has that hard shell, so it's really hard to get fabrics into it, but they've used the fabric section that goes around that sneaker, the lacing system, they've used that as a place to put the nubuck in there. So staying with that lacing system and staying with that nubuck, and which surrounds the laces, there's a really interesting lace holder right slap bang in the middle of this lacing system. And the thing that's really interesting to me about it is, usually a lace holder is a solid piece of material, whether it's plastic or metal, with some kind of branding either imprinted on it or pasted onto it or somehow printed onto it. But not in the case of these Foamposite 1 florals. What they've got right there for the lace holder is an actual sculpted swoosh, which I think is a really neat addition to this sneaker, and I hope they have it on other sneakers that are releasing real soon. I think it's a very nice sort of touch to that lacing system, and it's mimicked in the end of the laces. When you get to the aglets at the end of the laces, that are also gold, and those two very small touches, and you know if you watch my content I like small touches, those two very small touches come together to really add a nice bit of interest, a nice bit of colour, a nice bit of pop to the lacing system. Now before we get into where I need your help because I don't understand something about the sneaker, I do quickly want to show the outsole, which is made solid black, and it does actually complement the upper and the midsole kind of really nicely, to be honest. It would have been a bit strange if they'd gone with a different colour for the outsole, but using a solid black colour for the outsole to complement the base colour of the upper and the base colour of the design, because the floral is printed on black, it does look good and it goes really well with the sneaker. And you know I can be quite critical when the outsole doesn't match the rest of the sneaker. Now the thing that I need help with though is actually on the heel and on the insole, and I'm not sure if it's on the tongue or not, I can't remember thinking about it now, but it's the branding that you see on the insole, which is also repeated on the heel of the sneaker. I'm not sure what this is. Now I said to you before, I don't really have much interest in Foamposites. They're not a sneaker I've ever owned, to be honest. I've never worn them, and I don't have much interest in them. I've never picked them up in a store. They're just not a sneaker that does it for me, and I am reviewing it. As I said before, I do want to bring you reviews of the whole range of sneakers, even if they're not my kind of thing, but I don't know what this branding is. On the insole you can see it, on the heel you can see it, and I'd like somebody out there to tell me, if you could, what this branding represents. Is it the Foamposite branding? Is it some kind of player branding? Is it, I don't know, is it a floral branding for all I know? I don't know, it could be it's a floral company's branding if it's to do with Valentine's Day. I'm not really sure, but anyway, if you could let me know in the comments down below what the branding on the heel and in the insole represents, I really would appreciate it. And that concludes my review of the upcoming release of these Air Foamposite 1 florals. They are a distinctive looking sneaker if nothing else. I mean, the Foamposites are distinctive on their own, but when you stick a floral upper on them, you're talking about double distinctive. So people are going to be interested in them. I think, like I said before, I don't get the florals, but they seem to do really well, and that was one of my videos that really took off. So we'll see if this sneaker releasing on February the 14th, we think, is going to fall in line with that pattern and actually also be a really good review, if this video is going to take off for me and if these sneakers are going to be really big out there and people are going to be really interested in them. Now, all that's left for me to say is thank you for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to help this channel take off before the Olympics roll into town. Thank you for checking out my content every single day. I do drop the content every day and I do try and get it out there. So far, since the channel started 2 months ago, I haven't missed a day and I'm really proud of that. And I want to keep going and bringing you content every single day. So I will check out for now and say thank you very much for checking in with my content, and I will definitely guaranteed see you tomorrow. Thank you for checking in today, guys. I really appreciate your being here and viewing my content. Over here we have the channel subscribe button. Channel登録ぜひお願いします. Over here we have the video I recommend you watch next. こちらはおすすめです. And up here we have a link to the channel introduction video. こちらはチャンネルのプロフィールのvideoです. Check them out. Clicking on them really helps the channel.